Appreciate it. Really proud of our team and how the season finished. We were a team that kept improving during the course of the year. I think that was extremely evident the last month of the season, and very evident with our victory against Buffalo on Friday. During the last month of the season, it was a team that, as coaches, we saw improve on a daily basis in practice. We saw their preparation improve, their focus improve, and they were doing the things that we asked them to do. Very excited for the seniors to end this on a really positive note. It was great to see their faces in the locker room and our team's faces and their reactions. Many of these seniors, were going to play football for the last time, organized football for the last time. As we went through the last month of the season, they really approached it in a fashion that they wanted to get the most out of their season, the most out of their last year here at the University of Akron, and help us with the foundation that we're trying to lay as we move forward. So we're both appreciative of that and happy for the seniors as they head out of here with a victory. We've made many strides in the little less than a year that we've taken over this program. The expectation level for our players in the classroom, the expectation for our players in the community, in the weight room, in our practice habits, and in our performance on the field. All those expectation levels are high. Our players will leave this season understanding those expectation levels and what's expected of them, and that should help us as we move forward into year 2 of our football program here. They also understand that it's a privilege to wear the Akron uniform, and they should do so with great pride each and every Saturday. When you build a championship program, you have to work at it every single day and to improve. And it's a process. It's a process that takes a lot of hard work, it takes a little patience, and it takes a team effort by a lot of people involved, from the equipment people to the trainers, to our coaching staff, to the student managers, to our academic support, to Tom Wistersill and his staff over in administration, to the president, setting a great tone here of excellence for us. And we're going to continue to do that every single day, work towards building that program. Not a day will go by that we won't do something to help improve Akron football. But I'm a firm believer that Akron football is getting better every day, and that the future is bright as we move forward. With that, I'll be looking forward to taking any questions.
Would you say that was one of Patrick's better games?
He really managed it well. It was very difficult conditions to throw the football in, particularly when we were going against the wind. And for him to have handled the ball well, three touchdowns, no interceptions, did a nice job with our check with me game. I was really pleased with how he performed.
I mean, it showed how strong the arm is, like that one into the wind,
yeah,
42
the deep ball.
We didn't see a lot of deep balls this year. I mean, maybe they didn't have time, or the coverage dictated that, or whatever. But so can you comment on that? I mean,
well, I think it's just what you said. Sometimes the coverage doesn't dictate what you do. If they're playing a lot of cover 2, or they're rolling the safety over the top, you're not going to throw a deep ball. We knew going into the game that Buffalo was a dominant man coverage team and a man press coverage team. And our plan was to take some shots down the field during the course of the game. The first play of the game was a deep ball down our sideline. That was our strategy going in, and we felt good about our matchups against their corners, particularly with Jaleel, who in the last few weeks has really improved greatly at the receiver position. It's a shame he's not coming back for another year, because I think he really could grow with that position.
Let's go through your mind there in the last minute or two with all those crazy things.
I was just trying to figure out a way to get the replay official to see it the way we saw it, and just what we could do to get this thing over with. Part of the process of developing your program is A, you have to win a close game, but B, you have to be able to finish a game. And we had a chance to finish with our 4th down call, which was an aggressive call. Right. And so we didn't execute that, and then we allowed them to score in 3 plays in 49 seconds with a couple of missed tackles. So we didn't get a chance to finish that and then finish the onside kick. So I was just looking for that last opportunity to finish the game as we go through. And I was worried about making sure Patrick understood, that we can take the knee, and even with their one timeout end the game before I got doused with water. I wasn't concerned with that. But I have on video who did that, and there will be repercussions for that.
The underclassmen or the?
One of them is an underclassman, yes.
Yes.
There would be repercussions for that.
Former underclassmen.
That was a pretty
Player.
solid performance on the take of the knee. I mean, you haven't had to do that.
We had practiced that
You have.
weekly, and I'm finally glad we had a chance to use it.
On that, and we're not going to criticize any officials or anything, but I don't know if that includes replay officials. You can't criticize either, but you know, it certainly looked like it was a fumble, and that was the call on the field. And then they changed it to it's a forward pass.
Yes.
Can you then go to the referee and say, well, if that's a forward pass, then that's intentional?
I did.
Oh.
And their response was that because he was getting hit as he threw it, you don't know how far the ball was going to throw to who was going to be in the area, which is
You're
a
going
very
to throw it very
legitimate,
far left-handed.
which is a very legitimate but that's a very legitimate explanation. So yeah, we were saying that would be intentional grounding, but there is very legitimate explanation. It made a lot of sense to why it was not.
Okay.
On those replays, you're in contact with your assistants up in the box. They give you a clue what they saw? And don't worry
Well,
about
they
it,
do,
we're
but
gonna-
they don't have replay. Next year, the NCAA, we will have monitors in the
Okay.
booths, and they'll be able to, just like the NFL does, and they'll be able to then tell us,
I got you.
hey, coach, you should review that, or hey, coach, it's a fumble. But they're just going by, if it's not on our Jumbotron, then we're just going by what we think we should do. It's just like at the end of the Miami game when I challenged the fumble. One time out left, I felt like that we needed to do that.
Sure.
We needed to see if maybe they saw it differently, and then an opportunity. But there was no evidence that it was different, but you have to, there's certain points in the game where you have to do that.
So they're going to have in the coach's booth the same video that the replay guy
They'll
sees?
have the whatever the TV version. If there's a TV, if it's on TV, they'll have it in the booth, I believe. They'll be able to see it.
Oh, so there was no video, there wasn't a TV in the booth this year?
There is not.
Oh, okay.
Next year for the NCAA, it'll be available.